So this month is an interesting month because as much as there's things moving forward, there's a lot of backward energy. Lots of things are going retrograde. But one thing that's about to move forward is Pluto. And Pluto, it's funny as I was doing this, is like last year we talked a lot about Pluto as it was moving into Aquarius. So but a year ago, we were talking a lot about Pluto. And Pluto's about deep healing, total transformation. It's about being personally empowered. It's diving into the shadow work, pulling things up to be healed and transmuted. And Aquarius is the visionary. It's about being authentic. It's about being individual. It's finding your community. It's also a higher frequency energy. So what is happening when a planet basically comes to a stop? I mean, obviously it doesn't really stop, but from our perspective comes to a stop. It's called it stations, and it means it's drilling down on one spot. And in this case, Pluto basically isn't moving all month. So wherever, if anyone knows their Aquarius house or area of life, that is going to have Pluto intensified, drilling down in that part of your life. And what it's asking is to show up authentically and in that way become your empowered self. Part of that has to do with really acknowledging the shadow, allowing that level of healing and transformation, which is not always easy, but is really powerful. And this is the first planet, outer planet, the big planets, that is turning direct. So because it's standing still, it's almost like, okay, we're moving to the future, but we're not there yet. And Pluto will be, I don't have this on the slide, but Pluto will be this month in close supportive connection with the planet Uranus, which is also very futuristic, and it's about being authentic. They are supporting each other. So they're in a way, the deeper transformation, the deeper healing, the allowing ourselves to go into sort of hidden places is also allowing us to show up really authentically, who we are. And that is really being highlighted this year or this month in a way that is going to repeat, particularly starting next June or July, and then 4 more times after that until 2027. So there's something that's being initiated right now in the energies that we are going to be really living for a couple of years. So a big part of this is to just really allow ourselves our own personal transformation, whatever that is. Everyone's got their own different thing. But what we want to do is allow ourselves to follow what we are being guided to manifest, to follow the inner vision that we are holding for ourselves and really connect to that part. And the other piece that's so important, I know I've talked about this a lot over the last year, is connecting to your soul tribe. Sometimes I've used the word family of frequency. This is so important because we are now redefining who we are individually, personally, but also collectively. And what we want to do is be supported by those who share our vision, who can support us to be true to who we are. And then in the reverse, we can support others to be true to be their authentic self. And because we're in this incredibly changing time, we need those around us that are recognizing the monumental energetic shift that we're going through, and so that we can support each other. So really, really important. And Aquarius is about the community. So it's really to be empowered by that. And there's another piece that we can watch for this month is if Pluto goes deep in and digs around in the shadow and brings things up, we can allow ourselves to be open to the realizations that are coming. And this may feel intense. Pluto isn't easy work, but it is work that transforms forever. So they say in astrology, when Pluto touches a point of your chart, it is forever transformed. So this is an invitation right now as it's drilling down. And if you know what part of the chart it is, you can really look at that piece, but where it's drilling down, and to not, I'm going to say not shy away from the intensity, but to welcome what is coming up from the shadows, knowing that it's coming up to be healed. And once healed, it doesn't control from the shadows anymore. There's this transmutation of the energy. And in those shadows is fear and shame. And that's part of Pluto's energies as well. And it's the call to, oh, I see what I've been doing. I see those old patterns. It's time to let them go. So we're really looking at old ways of being and releasing what we don't want to carry forward, as I've been talking about, into 2026, when there's this whole new cycle that's beginning. So we're birthing something new. Each one of us individually, as we're aligning to what feels right for us, but we're also being asked to let go of things that we thought were true and are no longer true for us, no longer support us. So this is a powerful, powerful time for all of us to really embrace this level of transformation that the planets are supporting.